what was brought up, actually, while that was playing, you didn't hear us talking about it, was that was the extended version of the theme song, which a lot of people probably said they happened with Full House. They're probably wondering, why is the song so long? This is actually the version that aired on ABC when it aired.
And interesting, we had a trivia, that wasn't the theme song in the first season.
It was not. What was it?
What a Wonderful World.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I did know that. Yeah. You're absolutely right. Won't play that here because that's the song everybody knows right there. It's the song everybody knows. But it's really crazy because even, like I said, in syndication, that's not the full theme song that we hear all the time. That's a good point. I never thought about it.
You know, after watching Die Hard, you could basically sum this show up as the adventures of Al Powell and his family.
What,
Yeah. Yeah.
I do love this show.
Yeah.
I thought it's weird how a spin-off show about Harriet, who was the friggin' elevator attendant in friggin' Perfect Strangers, turned into this.
Yeah.
A classic show.
So now we see what Al does when he's not busy foiling terrorists with John McClane.
But, okay, your thoughts on Family Matters. When it first started up and this classic show started, who knew?
Yeah. And I was an Urkel maniac.
I will go to Urkel in a bit. I do want to talk about Urkel as a general statement in a minute because he's kind of the reason why people don't look at the show fondly anymore. Well, we'll get into him in a minute. And this sounds weird now in 2016.
To be quite honest, he was a bit of a role model for some people like me because this
we'll get more there in a second. I just want to say something first. People don't realize in 2016 is this show was one of a kind.
Yeah.
Because it was the first time. Was it one of the first times they had almost a fully black cast?
Yeah.
On a show, a fully black cast.
Yeah, outside the Cosby Show.
Yeah, outside the Cosby, but that wasn't fully.
Yeah, it's like the Cosby Show, only it doesn't suck.
Wow. I never really got into the Cosby Show, so I can't really say much about that. Yeah. Because that's also before my time watching television as much. I didn't watch NBC, I watched ABC. So I really didn't watch NBC comedies until I got older.
The only episode of that show that I didn't really think sucked was the one where they had the Muppets.
Oh, of course, it's the Muppets stuff. The
yeah.
Muppets can't do bad. But back to this, though. This is one of a kind. It was something different. It was about a family in Chicago. I love how everything, because the Perfect Strangers is in Chicago. Of course, this would be based in Chicago. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it only makes sense. I mean,
does.
What were you expecting it to be based off of a family in Iowa?
Well, technically, Frasier was based in Seattle, but it started in Boston and Cheers, so it's not that far-fetched.
Yeah, but they also at least explained that he moved.
But I'm just saying, though, it's not that far-fetched. You know what I mean? But in all seriousness, this is a great show. You mentioned Urkel.
Yeah.
Joel White, to his credit.
Jaleel White, yeah.
As I meant, sorry, I would say his name wrong. To his credit, was phenomenal.
Yeah.
In this role for the 9 seasons. 9 seasons.
And the fact that he also had various Urkel family members and various versions of Urkel to play as well.
I was about to say that. But 9 seasons of this show, when I'm trying to find the years here, that's so I can clarify this. 89 to 98. The last season was at CBS. I'll get to this last season in a minute. I have complained about that last season. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I thought he was probably one of the better characters. For like a side character in the first season, he did steal the show by the middle of the series.
He's like a Black Fonzie. Yeah,
pretty much. I think that's a great comparison. The thing with him, though, a lot of people by the end of the series wanted to kill him.
Yeah.
Your thoughts? I know you're more the nerdy type, so for you it makes more sense. So, go ahead. Your thoughts on Steve Urkel. You mentioned like a role model for you.
He's a bit of a role model because this is a kid, who should be basically wedgied and pink-bellied and hung up on the flagpole or whatever, and he just doesn't care because that's how he rolls.
He was the most what they're looking for, confident person and probably television at the time.
Yeah.
In general, might be one of the most confident people I've ever seen.
Basically, I'm not like other people. So what? Haters gonna hate.
Hate. I don't want to get super tail sweats. I won't keep doing that.
You don't like me? Fuck you.
You know what? He did have that attitude before it was a thing. He was the first character on television to be a nerd and be proud of it.
The only thing is he wasn't mean about it.
Yeah, he was a nerd and proud of it. And it was one of those rare things that never happened.
Although, to be quite honest, I would have loved to have seen a show about his home life.
True. Especially before they moved in with them. But it was really crazy. And the one thing people remember, and we'll play this here, is, this.
There's a bevy of beauties over there just waiting to be swept off their Dr. shoals. So what do you say, funsters? Let's dance! Well, okay. I'll break the ice. Harv! Crank up the music. It's time to do the Urkel. Urkel dance, all you have to do
Because he humiliated me. But you humiliate me every day. That's different. You're my friend. Yeah.
Do the Erica. Do the Erica.
Do the Erica.
You know, I just realized something. There are people listening to this that have no idea why we're laughing. But, okay, I have no story with this song. I have no story. I got no story. When this happened, it was on Friday nights, obviously. Yeah. And you know, there's always that thing at the coffee table, like the water cooler conversation on the TV shows. Monday morning, I go to school. And literally, we have groups of people trying to reenact this dance on Monday morning. That happened. I couldn't believe it.
Although the laugh and snort thing, it sounds like Steve Urkel invented dubstep. Seriously, somebody should actually try and make that into a techno beat.
But that was amazing. It's like watching that back was amazing. But I was making a comment when we were watching that because the clip at the end, I forgot about. Well, what the hell did Waldo turn from like this, where he's hanging out with the bad guy in this episode, to freaking Eddie's best friend?
well, I think he was always nice. He's just stupid.
He was always best. Oh, he was an idiot savant, as he found out he's a brilliant chef. He was a brilliant chef.
Waldo Geraldo Faldo.
Waldo Faldo.
From Illinois. So I said, state your name, not name your state. Okay, and the one thing that I shall always remember because it scared the crap out of me, the Steve ventriloquist dummy, Steve-ol. Oh, God.
And by the way, did you mention different characters? We had Steve Urkel, Stefan Urkel, which I'll get into in a second.
Yeah.
And Myrtle Urkel, the one that was obsessed with Eddie.
Yeah.
And at one point, they actually had an episode where Myrtle and Stefan and Steve were all in the same episode.
I don't think the space-time continuum can handle 3 Urkels.
They did that. What was this here? Season 1 and season 2 through 9. He was campaign. But no, what happened was was on a talk show or something.
Yeah.
And they were on what the hell they were doing on a talk show. I don't remember the concept anymore. We saw it on it was on syndication recently.
Yeah.
And Steve came on, and then they were talking about the transformation machine. It came up.
Yeah.
I don't know why it came up a conversation.
Yeah.
And it came out. They brought up because he was dating. Who was he dating at the time?
Myra. Yeah.
They were dating, and they brought the transformation out, which I don't know why it was there to begin with. Richie came out.
Hey, you got something like that? You got to flaunt it.
And it became Stefan.
Yeah.
And while Stefan's on stage with Laura, then Eddie's talking about something, and all of a sudden, freaking Myrtle Urkel comes out with them on a freaking thing being carried out by other. I'm like, what the hell's going on? This is the weirdest episode ever. So I'm looking at that,
and I have a feeling it only got weirder.
Well, that episode was strange. I want to note something. I'm looking at the cast, and there's a couple things I want to note. First of all, Mother Winslow was amazing.
Yes.
Grandma was amazing. One of the best old people on television at the time. I loved her so much.
Grandma Winslow would have gone along well with my grandma.
She was amazing.
And let's keep in mind that my grandma is someone who actually swore out a nun for stealing her parking space.
Oh, there you go. I'm just looking at the casting list here. Judy disappeared at season 4 completely. Disappears. Clue.
She must have gone to John Adams Junior High and walked down the hallway.
I'm looking at Richie was gone up to season 1. Really?
Wait, Richie was unless they changed actors.
I'm looking. Oh yeah, you're right. Richie was gone up to season 7. I'm sorry. Yeah. When they jumped to CBS, he was gone. Rachel is listed as a guest in season 9, which is pretty funny.
Oh yeah, what I was gonna say is for some reason it reminds me.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Rachel disappeared after season 5.
Yeah,
she was gone.
That's because she went on to a spinoff.
Oh no, my point is though, on the show though, she disappeared and they never really explained it on the show. It kind of, if you're watching the syndication, it makes no sense. Where the hell Richie's mom is during the last few seasons? Oh,
and I was gonna say one thing that for some reason reminded me of, there was some soap opera, the whole thing with Judy here, where the last time you saw a kid on the screen, they were going up to the attic to get skis or something. So like a few seasons later, they going up into the attic, and as a joke, someone actually put a child-sized skeleton in there next to a pair of skis.
Oh wow, that's dark. That is some dark shit right there.
As a background gag.
That's fun. That's dark shit though. That's funny.
Yeah. Props to the set dresser.
That's totally dark, but that's really, really funny. Geraldo, Richie, Myra, who was a brilliant
and died too soon.
Yes, Michelle Thomas.
Yeah.
Yes, but still a brilliant actress. And then it's okay. Okay, I'll get into this now. The last 2 seasons of they moved it over to CBS,
Yeah.
and I'll get into the other show that moved over in a little while. And this episode, this whole thing when they moved over, was awful.
Yeah.
The last 2 seasons of that show were god awful.
Yeah.
It was terrible. They changed Harriet at one point. They changed it to a different
I
actress.
think they changed Harriet when they moved to CBS.
They did. According to this, they moved it middle of season 8. It looks like in the middle of a season.
Yeah.
In the middle of a season, you change mothers. How do you do that? I can understand. You're changing networks. You don't want to pay her contract.
Yeah.
You change it before they start the new season. They did it in the middle of a season.
Maybe they sacked her.
I'm just like, it's one of those really strange things. But the whole point, my whole
Wait a minute. Maybe Harriet was a Time Lord and she regenerated.
Well, my whole thing is, this whole show
Yeah.
is based around Harriet.
Yeah.
She started this thing. She's the reason we're here, and they change her. It's the last 2 seasons of the show. Does it make no sense?
I don't think this is the only time that's happened.
Well, and when it comes to a spinoff, though, think about this was a spinoff of a character from a different show. They got rid of the character that turned into the spinoff.
Like I said, I don't think this is the only time this has happened.
The first time I've ever experienced it happen personally. But no, and also, this show also started. This and Full House started the trend of every show has to go to Disney World at least once in the series run because ABC and Disney started buying all Disney bought ABC.
Yeah.
So now everything has got to go to Disney World at least
Yeah.
once. So Full House and Family Matter were the first
But
shows
hey,
to do
free
it.
vacation.
True, very very true.
That's the only reason that Roger Moore was in Boat Trip. He basically figured, hey, free cruise.
It's very 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 true. So we move on to that was 1989. So we had Full House, Sunday Matter, Perfect Stranger, and the last season just the 10 of us. And you mentioned that was it. We mentioned
Yeah.
that was Velvet Dream. It's 10 of us thing we were just talking about a second ago.
As I think is from what I remember, if I remember correct, reading somewhere, just 10 of us was actually doing rather well. It's just network politics screwed it over.
Network politics, and they wanted to bring on new shows, and the whole thing on T.G.I.F is becoming its own thing at this point. It kind of exploded.
Yeah.
You know? And
that was kind of messy when I wasn't it.
what?
It exploded.
You know what I mean. You know what I meant.
Yeah,
so,
I just like being a dick.
I'm just trying to jump ahead so that I can get the next theme song up. I'm just trying to stall to get the next theme song up. All right, so then we move on to the next season. We're in 1991. We have Full House, still there. Family Matters within the 8:30 slot, and it got moved to the 9 o'clock slot. And the reason that happened is because mid-season, they added a show.
And it is an awesome show.
And this is the show they added.
Honey, I'm home.
Dinosaurs.
So dinosaurs, this is when dinosaurs kicked in. I just want to again plug my buddy over at Saturday Morning Rewind, because he had, who did he have on the show recently? If I can just get his, I want to make sure I pronounce his name right, because I don't want to pronounce his name wrong.